I am worried about Black Stars team chemistry under Otoo. There seems to be a lot going on. There seems to be a lack of clear leadership within the team. Like Susu said, if you wreck the chemistry of the team, why should we trust that you can fix the team? From where you sit, can this team be fixed to the point where we can actually put it together or get it together and qualify for a World Cup?
On paper, it doesn't look so. In every sense, it doesn't look so. Let me give you Otoo's scorecard. He's played 10 games since he's been here.
Yep.
We've won only 2. Those 2 in the World Cup qualifiers, Mali and then the Central African Republic. Okay, he's the first Ghanaian coach to lose a game in Accra in 16 years. In 24 years in Kumasi, also the first time Ghana lost. And then the first Ghanaian coach to lead us not to even win a single game throughout. So that is his scorecard. If you look at the scorecard, it is so bad that he should have been gone even before the next press conference. But the only reason why Otoo is here is because of ego. Ego by the leader of the GFA. Because he was so instrumental in deciding that Otoo is the coach, that the moment he's shoved aside, his ego is bruised. He's unable to differentiate the fact that this is Ghana football, and Ghanaians are very passionate about that, and that is not Dreams FC. That distinction he's not been able to do, and it is so sad because you would have thought, after everybody speaking, the fact that you want supporters to be at the stadium to watch you, if your supporters are speaking, you want to listen to it. You asked if we are able to turn around and turn the corner and do all of that. Otoo is so poor with management, so poor with tactics, so poor with communication, so poor with body language. You almost can say he's looking all flustered these days. But really, Ben, he's not giving us any indication to say that yes, you won 2 games at the World Cup qualifiers and it's good enough. If you win 2 games of 10, it is poor. And I feel that the FA's deeds are catching up with them, and it is one reason why they find it difficult beyond the ego, because they came in even before they settled. Kwesi Appiah was not good enough. CK Akono had to leave after we drew with South Africa, I think. And then Milo came.
I think we lost to South Africa.
We lost. Milo had not been anywhere over 4 months.
The guy who knew
Algeria. Yes, in Algeria, he was there for 4 months. The players were livid. They knew that he was such a team breaker.
They nearly chased him out of that.
Yes, in the end, they said it's not time for Matrai Makwe, and Milo was good enough. We went to the AFCON and we exited. By the way, at our last 3 competitions, we've always exited at the bottom of the group. So it was always coming from Qatar to...
So you're talking about the World Cup?
To Cameroon.
Back-to-back AFCON. We finished bottom of all.
And in all of this, listeners, we've won 1 game.
Yes, 1.
In 3 tournaments.
Yes.
1 game.
1 game.
In 3 tournaments.
One game in 3 tournaments. Lord. So, you know, if you analyze this, one thing is clear, the FA is poor. And when I say their deeds are catching up with them, they have sacked so many coaches that now they don't have the moral impudence to say that this one too is bad enough, even though he's worse than those they sacked. And that's the kind of ego that I am worried about, because you cannot have a national treasure in your hands and believe that you should run it as your own. It's Mr. Okraku sincerely saying that if he had a coach like Otoo at Dreams FC or any of the teams that he's claimed to be associated with, this is the results he would take.
If he was running a personal company,
what would he take this kind of results?
And these were the results his CEO was bringing. Would he retain him?
Yes. Would he?
If he was paying his salary with his own money?
Yes. Would he even engage a coach like that, who by every stretch of imagination was only as competent as a scout, had nothing to prove that, you know, I'm good enough and I coach this and yes, he took us to the World Cup. That was a playoff and all that. You cannot take it. You can't take it.
He went and admitted himself that was luck.
It's a free.
He admitted it himself. It's not me.
I will coach that game against Nigeria all day.
You cannot tell me that your pride, your Black Stars, the Kwame Nkrumah Black Stars that in 66 could decide and rally the whole continent that we are not going for the World Cup, and they missed it. Ghana was the best team then. Would have gone to the World Cup and done so well. 66. They decided, Ohinijan and others Kwame Nkrumah decided that, giving Africa and Asia one slot for us to do a playoff and eventually lose to the Europeans wasn't fair because our game was catching up. This was the time the Black Stars could beat Germany 3-0 and others. And they could stand on their grounds that until you give us a slot on our own as Africans, we are not going to the World Cup. And they did. It is how by the 1970s, things had turned around and we kept having slots improved and others. That kind of Black Star has standards. Are you telling me that if you cannot qualify for a Nations Cup that is expanded with more teams, we should sit and have a marathon meeting, and come back to say that we are undecided?
I think they are just
10 minutes meeting.
I do think that they are setting the tone to make sure Otoo stays.
And you see, let me just remind you guys of something that also happened within the week. So there was remember there was supposed to be a retreat. Good. Now you people should stop this misinformation you are putting out there. When you put a statement on your website and you say Ghana football retreat rescheduled, if I read the statement, I expect to see a different date. You said it was going to happen on the 28th. If it doesn't happen on the 28th and you don't provide the date, it is not a reschedule. You have put it on hold. That is what you've done.
And we rubbish them.
Now that retreat looks like it looks like the retreat won't happen.
It won't happen. In any case, Ben, if they want to discuss Ghana football, our big sister is here. Chris is here. Sadiq Adams, all the others, all of us. Put a petition together.
They responded.
If they want to talk about Ghana football, there's no need to come and say new ideas. There's a nice petition in Parliament. They should go and take it.
There's the normalizations work that has been done. It's been documented. The Jamepe Commission's report. See, we don't need any of these talk shops, roadmap. People will go and drink tea. We don't need any of those. You're going to spend more of our money.
Give the mic to coach. The stakeholders engagement that they spoke about, I was so surprised because see, I'm a development student. My understanding is stakeholder engagement is not putting everybody under one roof and take this mic and that. You employ experts. Even though I can speak to it, I will not say I am an expert in stakeholders engagement. But you divide the team into silos. Okay, you go to different places, meet them at their respective places where they are relaxed, and you are certain that they can speak. Even when you think they are masking it, you have to find a way to get the truth out of them. How does the FA expect that in this country that we have sycophants everywhere, people will be able to take the microphone and speak and not say that I think this is wrong? Only a few people can do that in this country. You have people that we used to respect defending why Otoo should stay today and Chris had to go then. That is the level we are today. Unfortunately, you said we sound like broken records, and sometimes you are just tired because it looks as if no one is listening. But the truth is that when it catches up with them, touch wood, if we don't qualify for the World Cup, people will see their exact smoothness level because they say coming events cast their shadows. Everything you see of the team, it is so disjointed, it's not funny. After the last AFCON, there were a lot of reports. The team, you were there, the team is divided into three factions. People who will never understand Twi or any local language, people who prefer to speak French or Spanish, and all the others. So we've always had a problem, and what we needed was a coach that was capable of unifying it, understanding exactly what to do.
Otoo has broken it into 10 more pieces.
Yes, Otoo lacked that. And somehow the people who lead the FA, those who take the big bonuses, those who have our trust, they are entrusted to manage our football, seem to think that all these decisions they are taking.
All right. And just to move on, before I move on to coach, they did say that they will form a new Black Stars management committee.
They never had a committee in the first place. They had to throw dust into our eyes.
There was never a committee.
They said they will form a new one.